Record. All right. So hi, everybody. Welcome to today's community care practice. If you just jumped on, I asked folks to grab a pillow or blanket or a bolster or something that you can get really comfy for the back half of today's practice. So I've been focusing a lot in all of my classes on just this process of continuing to digest the pandemic and everything that's happened in the last year and a half as we start to perhaps get some space to be able to do so. When it comes to self-care, when it comes to collective care, it is a long haul game, right? It's something that we have to come back to again and again and again. And we know that the effects of stress are cumulative, meaning that they build up over time. And so it's not surprising if amidst the excitement of kind of getting back to some things that feel a little bit more regular or spaces opening up, that there's also some exhaustion, some fatigue, some problems sleeping, maybe some short fuses, maybe some impatience. And maybe you're not even sure, maybe this isn't going to resonate with you until next week and something comes up and you're like, this is it. Because the stress is cumulative, and it is my bet that the majority of us, myself included, have not fully digested, metabolized the pandemic and everything else that happened in the last year and a half, because it's just not in our nature. It's not part of our culture, and because we're still in it, right? We're still in it, and each of us is having our own experiences. So one of the things that can always help, and again, sometimes feels counterintuitive, is rest. And again, this is something that maybe we're not taught this, or maybe we forget the immense value that comes with rest, right? We are taught to, and cultured to be like productive and efficient and have output, and just how important rest is, especially when it comes to like the physiology, that's not the right word, in regulating our nervous system, right? And when our nervous system is regulated, all of the other systems of our body have the opportunity to come into balance too. So digestion, reproduction, the hormone and endocrine system, mental and emotional bodies. And so whether you're feeling down and lethargic and that end of dysregulation, rest is going to help, right? Because it's going to be nurturing and it's going to refuel you. Or you're feeling overstimulated, over anxious, that end of the spectrum, rest is going to help the nervous system downshift. So what I want to do today for practice is we'll do a little bit of movement through the spine, the 6 movements of the spine to bring some vitality into the nervous system, some of that awakening or clearing energy. And then we're going to do a yoga nidra practice. We're going to do a mini yoga nidra practice. Yeah, I see some of you. I know it's going to be split. I know some of you are going to be very excited, and some of you are going to be like, gosh darn it, I really want it to move today, right? And so that's why I'll do a little bit of both, and to just have that practice of resting, which can be really difficult and really challenging. I'm acknowledging that, and I acknowledge that for myself. So just go with it and do the best that you can. So for the first part of practice, you can choose to take any of these movements from seated, sitting in a chair, or if you want more activation, you can do the exact same thing from standing. We're all going to be doing the same, like side bends, twist, arching, and flexing the spine. So you choose when it comes to that portion of the class. To start, let's find a seated position, whether that's on the ground or in a chair or against a wall with some support behind you. Okay, and sit up nice and tall. Turn your palms face down on your knees or your thighs. Take a very deep breath in. Open the mouth and exhale. Let's do that one more time. Long breath in. Wide open mouth, exhale. And then soften the gaze or close the eyes if you're comfortable with that, and just come into your space. Feel the support of whatever it is that you're sitting on or whatever is behind the back. Feel or be aware of the container that you're sitting in. So the walls around you, or if you're outside for practice, just some physical structures around you, a house, a fence, a tree. The space above you, and particularly the space that exists between your head and the ceiling or the sky. And then recognize yourself inside that space. So feel your body. Feel the shape that you're sitting in, the way the clothes feel on your body, or the way the hair is hanging on your head. If there's a feeling of the air on your skin, or a fan, or some humidity. Aware of the sounds around you, rain, the hum of your house, your HVAC system. If there's kids or animals around you, if they're making any noises or touching you or sitting on you, just let that be part of the experience. Pull your attention into your face and see if you can soften behind the eyelids and behind the eyeballs. Soften the back of the head, the back of the skull, all the way down through the occipital ridge and the back of the neck, those muscles that tend to grip. Relaxing the back of the throat. Let the tongue rest at the bottom of the mouth. Unhinge your jaw and unpurse your lips. And just notice how you feel today. What's your field of attention like? How's the emotional body, the heart? Do you feel like you're carrying a lot with you? Do you feel more easeful, more expansive? There's room for anything in between, and there's room for both and multiple things. And just notice with a sense of curiosity and compassion. And then a long breath in through the nose. Mouth open. And the invitation is take your hands and place them somewhere on the body that's meaningful. Heart, belly, one on each, or hands in prayer position. Just gently bowing your chin to your chest, your head to your heart, and to the wisdom of the body. And the invitation is to call some love into the space, whatever that means to you. Intention, mantra, prayer, silence, breath. So that way our time with ourselves and our time with each other is an opportunity for healing to occur, mind, body, and spirit, bringing us into greater balance and harmony with ourselves and one another. May we stay committed to self-care and collective care, even when life feels easy, especially when life feels hard. Take another breath. And exhale completely. All right, release the hands, open the eyes. And then this is that part where you get to choose how you want to be. You can be seated on the ground. I'm going to stay in a chair today, or you can come to stand. Again, everything that we do, it's very simple movement you'll be able to do from either of these positions. We're just going to move the spine in the 6 way that it moves to just help to regulate and open nervous system and all the different energetic meridian channels of the body. So let's just start with some movement with the arms. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, arms float down. If you're in a chair or on the ground, feet firmly rooted, feet facing forward. Inhale, stretch the arms out and up, spread the fingers, really feel the spine lengthen as you reach. And then exhale, arms reach out and down. Nice and slow, starting to match movement and breath so you find that rhythm. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Good. Give the shoulders a couple rolls in one direction. No rush, take your time. And then the other direction. And then the right hand can stay on the thigh, the hip, or down by the side, whatever works. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. And then you're just gonna take a side bend up and over to the right. Breathing into that left side body. Slow, deep breath. And come back to center, both arms reach. And then release left hand to left hip. Take a breath in. The right side of the body lengthens, and then you side bend up and over to the left. Take your time. Breathe deeply and slowly. Good, come back up to center. If you can, you're gonna interlace your fingers, flip your palms, hug the arms in towards one another. Wherever you are, drop the front ribs, root into your tailbone, your seat, and or your feet. Take a long breath in and a long breath out. Now from here, you're gonna take a twist to the right. So if you're standing, your arms could just come out wide, T twist. If you're seated, you could take one hand to the knee, the other hand behind the back. If you're in a chair like I am, that back hand can grab a hold of the chair for some traction, and the front hand rests on the opposite knee. Keep the spine lifting. You turn your head and your gaze as just as much as comfortable, and then breathe. Okay, there's the two great pieces of the breath, the inhale and the exhale, nourishing and cleansing. And one more cycle here. And then come back through center, sweep the arms up, and take the twist to the other side. Don't force it. Make sure you can still maintain that steady, deep breath. Good, long breath in. And long breath out. Come back to center, sweep the arms. Again, interlace the fingers, flip the palms, stretch it up. Drop your ribs. Breathe fully. And exhale completely. Good, release the hands, release the arms. You're just gonna turn your head slowly side to side, like you're actually shaking your head no. Looking over the right shoulder, looking over the left shoulder. One of my teachers says, a healthy yes cannot come until we learn how to have a healthy no. Good, head comes to center. Now the yes, up and down, nice and slow. Think about this as like stretching the neck, front and back. Good, then come to center. So we have one more way to move the spine, that's arching and flexing. So you can do standing or seated cat and cows. If you want to move to all fours and do the movement that way, you can as well. I'm going to turn to the side just so everybody can see me. Right, the inhale, the heart lifts, the shoulders pull back, the gaze goes up. The exhale, you round the spine, belly in, chin to chest. Okay, we'll do this a couple times. Move with your own breath, but move with breath. Feel that articulation, that wave through the spine from tailbone to crown and crown to tailbone. 3 more cycles. And last one. And then just come to neutral spine, pause. Take a long breath in. Open the mouth, full breath out. So always, for many of us, before a relaxation practice or before a meditation practice, it can be helpful to move the spine a little bit. And if you missed that, there's 6 movements of the spine. Side to side, it's 2. Twisting, side to side, that's 4. And then arching and flexing, that's 6. So any type of movement like that can just help you bring you into the body, get grounded, and then support relaxation practice. So now we're going to move to the ground. So what I want to show you, if you have the capacity, you might be able to see that I have a bolster that's set up on 2 blocks. It can be really nice to rest your legs over something. That type of pile, that type of height just helps me feel like my hips get more rooted, more grounded. You could always just roll up a blanket and slide it underneath the knees. And then I have a pillow for my head and a blanket to cover up with. Even if you feel hot or warm, sometimes just having a blanket over the belly, again, adds an extra layer of grounding, nurturing, support. So I want to give you a minute to get set up. Then I'll speak a little bit about the practice before we move into it. The relaxation practice is only going to be about 15 minutes. You could also just lay in traditional Shavasana. You could also take legs up the wall, but something where you're supported. Resting. If you prefer to stay, you could lay on your side. You could lay on your belly if that's more comfortable for you. If you prefer to stay seated today, all good. Maybe something behind the back. So sitting on a chair or sitting against the wall so you have some level of support. So you can like drop some muscular effort. And all of this is practice, right? So I get that a relaxation practice isn't everybody's jam. I get that it can be challenging. And I get that we can resist it, right? And so the invitation is to just be curious, try it on, see what happens, see how you feel after. So take any final wiggles, fidgets, rocking, or movements that you need to take. And take a long, deep breath in, fill all the way up. Open the mouth, the whole body exhales. And I'm going to invite you to say to yourself silently 3 times on the inhale, here, I, and on the exhale, am. Here I am. Here I am. And then on the inhale, I am. On the exhale, still. I am still. One more time to yourself. And then 3 times to yourself silently. I am resting. I am resting. Do your best to just follow my voice, stay with the cues, and know it's totally normal to kind of lose track of my voice, to feel like you're moving in and out of consciousness. All good. Move your attention down into your feet, down into your toes. And imagine or feel that you could just relax all of the muscles, all of the tendons in your toes, in your feet, in your ankles. Relax your calves and your shins. Allow your knee joints to be soft. Let go of any effort or gripping in your quads, in your hamstrings, in the whole of your thighs. So that way you can relax the hip flexors, the glutes, the butt muscles, all of the muscles that weave around, wrap around your pelvis. Let your pelvis be heavy, like an anchor. And allow your belly to be soft and expansive. Maybe even feeling the breath in the belly. Letting go of any gripping. The whole spine relaxes. The whole torso softens. The muscles around your rib cage, the muscles in the back that want to support you and hold you up, let them relax so you can just drop down into the ground. Let the shoulders be heavy. The arms, the elbow joints, the lower arms. Relax your wrists, your hands, and all of your fingers. Bring your awareness to your chest. Soften the front of the chest, the collarbones, the throat, the neck. Let your head be heavy like a bowling ball. All the muscles in the face relax, the forehead smooths out, the eyes drop into the skull. And you relax behind the eyeballs, the back of the head, and the place where the neck and the skull meet. Be aware of the whole back of your body, heavy, anchored. The ground rising up to support you so you don't have to hold anything. Be aware of the whole front of the body, soft, expansive, like the vast sky above you. Be aware of the right side of your body. Relax the whole right side of your body. Be aware of the left side of your body. Relax the whole left side of your body. Notice your whole body relaxed, resting. The wisdom of the body kicking in as it brings you into restoration, balance, harmony, health, and wholeness. The breath is natural, easy, and effortless, continuous, quiet, and smooth. The body just breathes on its own, at its own natural rhythm. And then you notice, here I am still, and I am resting. Here I am still, and I am resting. Here I am still, and I am resting. And just notice the body breathing effortlessly, quietly, as your awareness just starts to drift back in. Notice the whole right side of your body. And the whole left side of the body. And the whole front of the body. And the whole back of the body. Notice your whole body. Still resting, still relaxing effort, just noticing. Let your awareness start to seep in through the crown of your head, bringing with it a warm, nurturing, nourishing glow to fill the skull and the whole of your face. The light moves down the neck into the shoulders and all the way down both arms to the hands, to the fingertips. And that nourishing, healing light moves, drips down the spine, touching every muscle, every organ, every cell, every blood vessel along the way. The heart, the lungs, the stomach, the liver, the kidneys, the adrenal glands, the large intestine, small intestine, colon and bowels. Filling the pelvis, any additional organs, and then beginning to ooze down the legs, into the knees, into the lower legs, the ankles, the feet, and all of the toes. The body filled with light. And now take a deeper breath in and out. Ever so gently, ever so slowly, just begin to bring a little bit of movement back into the body. No rush. Noticing yourself along the way. Noticing where perhaps the mind, the attention, the memory went. Bring yourself back into your room, back into your body, back into this practice. And then over the course of like the next minute, I want you to take a full minute. That movement could become bigger, you could stretch, you could roll over, but a full minute to return to seated. And when you come to seated, there's still no rush to get there. Just sit quietly and observe. the imprint of the practice on the body, on the breath, on the mind, on the emotions, on the heart. And even as we prepare to bring more movement in and step into the rest of our day and whatever that holds for us, we can stay with this mantra. We can return to this mantra to help us continue to rest inside ourselves and our own truth. Here I am still, I am resting. Take a deep breath. And then again, the invitation is to place the hands in a way that's meaningful for you. Sit up tall, bow your chin to your chest. For our practice, for time with ourselves, times with one another. And for the opportunity to breathe, take care of ourselves, rest. May that rest fuel our activation and engagement so that way it comes from a grounded, healthy, nurtured space. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Namaste. So thank you for coming to practice today. Thank you for practicing, indulging this practice, especially if it's new for you or challenging. We'll start our community chat in a moment. So if you're staying on, can't wait to hear from you. If you're leaving, take good care today. Have a great week, everybody.